Hey guys, Matt Wicker with Chatley Marine. Today we're going to look at what I personally believe to be one of the very best value fiberglass boats in the country, the 2025 Bulls Bay 2000. The 2000 Bulls Bay is a proven yet simple fishing machine to fish inshore for trout, redfish, and flounder, and the boat is still plenty capable for nearshore trips for Spanish as well. It's also at home island hopping, fishing at the lake, or pulling kids on the tube. So if this sounds like a boat that you'd be interested in, stay tuned. Before climbing in the boat, I do want to go over some of the specs. The 2025 Bulls Bay 2000 has an overall length of 19 foot 6 inches, a beam of 8 foot, has a very shallow draft of only 12 inches, a 15-degree dead rise, 25-inch transom, a dry weight of 1,900 pounds, a 50-gallon fuel capacity, and is rated for up to 150 horsepower and 7 persons. For anybody who's not familiar with the history of the Bulls Bay 2000 hull, this is one of the most tried and true hulls in the marine industry. Prior to being built as a Bulls Bay 2000, this hull was manufactured by Pro Boats, which was the #1 selling 20-foot center console bay boat in the country, and we were actually their biggest dealer. So it's a very, very proven hull. It rides really well. You can see the flare there, floats in shallow water. Pro sold out to Brunswick Marine several years ago, and then Brunswick actually sold the molds to Carolina Composites, and Carolina Composites used that mold to build the Bulls Bay 2000, and they have freshened it up on the inside. But the running surface is the most proven running surface that I'm aware of in a 20-foot bay boat. Climbing in the boat, we're starting at the bow. You can see the very spacious bow casting platform, plenty of room for an adult and a couple kids to fish off the front. It is standard with a bow casting seat base. So you can add a bass seat up there if you're going to do some crappie fishing or inshore fishing and want to add a chair. They did redesign this 2 or 3 years ago and added these boxes here. Before that was kind of wasted space. And now it's a great place to put gear. And it does have a drain in here. So if you want to put ropes, anything in there that you need to rinse out or use it as a fish box, you could use it for that as well. And identical on the port side. And you can see it is lipped, which is a nice feature. So when it rains, these things stay dry. In the center box here, great place to store vests, fishing gear, tackle. They're a very big storage area. And again, with this closed, I just want to comment on how large of a casting deck this is in a 20-foot bay boat. And there's plenty of room to move around the front as well. Moving back to the console, you've got a spacious seat in front of the console, plenty of room to sit 2 adults, and under the cushion here, this lifts up, and you do have an aerated live well, or you could use this as an insulated cooler if you're not fishing. Moving back to the back of the boat, you'll see the dual recessed grab rails, stainless steel grab rails. That was a big change from the Pros. Those rails on the Pros were raised up, and the recessed rails make it much nicer. At the stern of the boat, with the cushions removed, big casting platform, plenty of room to work. One thing that's really unique about this 20-foot boat is how large this stern live well is. It's 36 inches across, so plenty of room to cull fish, put the big reds in there, trout, if you're doing that type of fishing. And then storage box on the starboard side, as well as storage box on the port side. Continuing to look at the transom, I want to talk about another option that's very popular, this rear bench seat. This bench seat really changes the versatility of this boat, and it gives you a place that's very comfortable if you're riding to restaurants, island hopping, riding to and from fishing spots, or taking the family out for tubing or skiing. This is a very, very popular option again, and it's removable, so if you don't want it, you can pull it out and leave it in a storage box or leave it at home. It is standard with pull-up cleats as well, flush mount rod holders, and if you're going to use it for something other than fishing, another real popular option is the swim ladder. It's a 3-step ladder, drops way down in the water, makes getting on and off the boat very easy if you're island hopping, things like that. And hydraulic steering is another very, very nice option, something that we sell on just about every one of our boats. Moving to the console, there's a couple options for your captain's chairs. First option is a flip-flop cooler seat. So you'll have a backrest that flips back and forth with a cooler underneath it. Sits a little bit lower than this leaning post. And the leaning post is the most popular option we sell here. And that backrest that you see on the back deck there will also fit in those rod holders to give you a backrest for the captain. Taking a look at the console, they have redesigned this console over the past few years. One thing they really upgraded was this switch layout. In past years, Bulls Bay's only had 3 or 4 accessory switches, and now you can see how many they've added, so that's a very nice change. Room to mount up to a 9-inch flush mount GPS fish finder. Gauge package includes a tachometer with systems check gauge and a fuel gauge. We do option our boats with a stereo. It comes with a Clarion stereo with 4 speakers. Those speakers will be mounted 2 on either side of the console and 2 in the gunnels. And that gunnel speaker placement is awesome because it projects towards the guys inside of the boat, not outside. So it's a nice change. Side of the console, there's 3 stainless steel rod holders on each side of the console for a total of 6. 2 stainless steel drink holders, and then at the bottom of the console you'll see LED lights that light up the walkway. Under the storage area of the console here is where you would have access to put your trolling motor batteries and other equipment. Recommended engine on this 2000 Bulls Bay is 115 horsepower, shown here with 115 horsepower Suzuki 4-stroke, standard with a stainless steel prop. The boat with a 115 runs about 40 miles an hour, plenty of power to pull a tube or a ski or handle a group of 5 or 6 people near shore or offshore. The maximum horsepower rating is 150. However, again, the 115 does a phenomenal job. One last look at the 2025 Bulls Bay 2000 Bay boat. If you're in the market for a new Bulls Bay or center console, before you make any buying decision, please give me a call. Matt Wicker at Chatley Marine, 919-775-7259. I'd love to answer any questions you may have and try to save you some money in the process. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day.